this is Feminine Features. The main purpose of this show is to discuss chick flicks. I'm Anne Sully Sullivan.
I'm Jenna Morrissey.
I'm Windsor Jewell.
This week we saw Fast Girls. In order for you to enjoy and understand this podcast, we recommend that you watch before listening. But if you haven't, here's Jenna with some background and a brief synopsis.
Girls that are fast.
What if there were fast girls?
I can't imagine such a thing. Tell me more.
So this is a 2012 Studio Canal film. British.
And BFI.
And BFI.
A French-British co-production.
It's yeah.
Euro only. They didn't call back to LA to see where the money was coming from on this
No
one.
America here. All right. They are in the film. We'll get into it.
Yeah.
This is directed by Reagan Hall and was written by Jay Basu, Noel Clark.
Co-writer?
Co-writer.
Oh.
And Roy Williams.
They do a little bit of everything over there, those actors.
Noel Clark. You may recognize him as Mickey from Doctor Who.
Doctor Who. We're all Doctor Who stands here. And
We're all Whovians
all
here.
the femme heads are big.
We're all Sherlockians.
Sure, WhoLockians.
Super WhoLockians.
SuperWhoLockians.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
It's Britain in 2012, man. I was watching Doctor Who. I watched Sherlock. All right, we recognize the actors from that shit. Deal with it.
And a lot of them are in this. Windsor and I sitting here watching this, going, "Is that? Wait, that's."
It's a tiny island. There's only so many actors.
person.
You know.
Yeah. No.
And
Exactly.
so yeah, we recognize a bunch of them from that era of BBC America bullshit.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah. Only. Yeah. Exactly. So this movie stars. We have Lenora Critchlow as Shania Andrews
From Being Human on the BBC. The Beeb, as I call it.
The Beebs, and one episode of Doctor Who.
Doctor Who 2007. David Tennant.
Then we have Lily James as Lisa Temple. What else is Lily James in?
You know, I looked it up
recognize her.
and
She's in
then I
movies and
forgot
TV.
immediately.
Cool.
She's in movies and TV I've seen.
She
Yeah.
is in movies and TV that we have seen.
And you've seen her as well. You know who she is.
Then we have Bradley James as Carl, the physical therapist. You may recognize him as King Arthur from Merlin.
Merlin on the Beeb. On the Beebs.
I can't. Then we have Noel Clark, Mickey from Doctor Who, as Tommy. He's the coach. Then we have Rupert Graves as David Temple, Lisa's dad. You may recognize him as Greg Lestrade from Sherlock.
For Sherlock. He's the cop on Sherlock. Yep. Yep.
Then we have Lashana Lynch, who we welcome back to the podcast, as Belle. She's one of the team members.
Yeah, she's in The Woman King. She's a good actor. She's
Yes.
in Matilda.
Yes. Oh, yeah, the new Matilda
the new
movie.
Matilda musical movie. Yep.
And may I say, drop dead gorgeous in this.
Oh, good looking.
Oh
Yep.
my
Good looking.
God. Every time she came on screen, I was like, oh my God.
Mhm.
Then we have Phil Davis as Brian. He's Shania's coach. Phil Davis, who you may recognize from the pilot episode of BBC Sherlock.
Yeah, he's the cab driver killer.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah.
spoilers.
Yeah, spoiler. If you haven't read that book from 1881.
Yeah. That one, we had fun figuring that one out.
Yeah, it
we
took
were
us a
like yelling
while.
at the TV
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Then we have Lorraine Burrows as Trix, another team member. Tiana Benjamin as Tara, another team member. And Dominique Tipper as Sarah, another team member. All right. So I feel the need to give a little context before jumping into the summary. Because I just jumped into this movie, no context. And I felt a little confused.
Well, there's some hint. You're doing an investigation in your head. You're like, wait a minute. They're running at the National Center running. Or is this what you were going to say? We were investigating what the deal with this movie was. And it's like, it's a British movie in 2012.
Right. And we're like, what happened in Britain in 2012? Oh, the Olympics. And
The
this
Summer
is a sports
Olympics.
movie.
Yeah. About
So,
an Olympic
right.
event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're the best in Britain. I'm like doing the math. And then they never mention it.
But yeah, then the Olympics don't come up. And so they keep, but Carl, the physical therapist, he has a knee injury. So he used to be a runner or whatever. He said he ran in Beijing. So I'm like, oh, at the Olympics. So I keep thinking that this whole competition is like a qualifier or something for the Olympics. But that is not the case. So this movie came out a month before the London 2012 Olympic Games. And it was supposed to be about the Olympics. They originally wrote it about the Olympics. But the Olympics are strict about branding and copyright and all of that. And they weren't allowed to use any of that. And my theory is that London 2012 was copyrighted. And that's why this is London 2011 World Athletic Competition. Or as I will call it throughout the summary, whack. They never call it that in the movie, and I don't know why.
Yes. So
why are they like
King Arthur ran in the 2007 Beijing World Athletic Competition.
Yes. Yes. Exactly.
Of course, the Miracle on Ice was the 1979 Lake Placid World Athletic Competition.
Yeah, it's all just 1 year prior, and it feels wrong that it's on the odd year.
It does. You know? It's like when we had that COVID Olympics.
Oh.
Ridiculous.
Boo.
We got the Olympics coming up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Winter Olympics.
I believe,
Winter Olympics.
They're on.
Wow. Way to line this up.
Yep.
Schedulers.
Wait, no, they're not.
No?
It's in 2 weeks. Sorry.
It's in 2 weeks. I don't know when this episode comes out.
Wait.
But they're coming up. And get excited. We love the Olympics in this house. We're big Peacock fans. We love the TV streaming service Peacock, and especially their coverage of the Olympics.
I actually have a ton of issues with the International Olympic Committee, and they've done a bunch of weird shit.
Yeah. But it's fun.
I like watching them on TV.
I like watching them on TV. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Everyone's watching something.
I agree. Yeah.
So yes, this is about the fictional 2011 London World Athletic Competition. So Shania Andrews is a runner who lives in council housing, which was a term I did not know. It's like, government housing. And she lives there with her aunt and her extended family. Her mother has passed away and her dad was apparently never around. She says that like later in the movie. And we see her practice with her coach at an abandoned track that we, again, later learn used to be like a running club. And they prepare for the qualifying race for the WAC team. We also meet Lisa Temple, who is a somewhat wealthy girl, who is also a professional runner. And her dad somehow works for like the World Athletic Competition, it seems.
He's in charge of the British running team.
Yeah.
Or he's like on the board or something.
Influential.
He's influential.
Yeah.
Or gives them a lot of money.
He's got like a little badge he gets to walk around with at the competition. So
the movie,
he's an official of some sort.
In the lengths of the Olympics being like, no, don't use us. The movie it makes it look like it's a really ragtag operation.
Yes.
Of an almost high school team variety.
That's the vibe we were getting.
Like they just didn't have the money for any sets that made it actually feel like it was a national level athletic competition. Or maybe Britain is just very humble about that kind of shit. But like I know it must have looked more expensive when they were actually having the runners at London 2012.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So like it makes it feel kind of, especially like she's on like a closed track, which I know is supposed to be rags to riches, but then like the riches is like also not that nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's sort of the cardboard beds at the Olympics kind of vibes.
No, that's true.
Right. Where everywhere else it's like publicly funded, but they're also like looking for investors at one point.
They're looking for sponsors. Yeah.
And it seems like very low budget, which might be even realistic.
Yeah.
But it did not, especially with them not allowing
it wasn't giving Olympics.
No, it felt almost like the Hugh Grant and Love Actually Britain faux humbleness where they're like,
a small country.
Oh, we're just a little island.
Yeah.
But of course they compete in the 100-meter finale every year.
Yeah.
Every Olympics.
Yeah. I lost my spot.
And they're like, we got to beat the big top guns like Jamaica.
Right. Yeah. Trinidad and Tobago.
And it's like, I think they can win something, Britain.
Yeah. I think you guys will get something. So yeah, her dad somehow works for the team in some capacity, and it's implied that she gets what she wants through him kind of a lot. At this qualifying race, Shania recognizes her and she beats her. She comes in first, but they both qualify for the national team. So then they go to the National Training Center and Shania clashes with the team. She's asked to do the relay event and she's hesitant because she's used to just running solo. And her and Lisa butt heads a lot in a way that it almost seems like they like know each other already.
Oh, they raced against each other once, But
she recognized her at that meet.
Well,
and they're just like, are they just the two best? Like,
yeah, but you're absolutely right that it feels like there's more that is not being
Yeah, it just felt like there was
expressed,
more there, like some history. I don't know. She also meets the coach Tommy, who seems bad at his job, and the physical therapist Carl, who is like inappropriate with Shania when they first meet at her first appointment. It's like weird.
Yeah, he's touching
But
her a
it's
lot,
like
and he's like, nice ass. Well, he says nice glutes.
Nice
Good
glutes. And I was like, this could be read either way, because like he could just genuinely be like checking her spine and posture or whatever, and she's like not used to it and is like weirded out by that.
Yeah.
But no, that's not the case. They like almost kiss later, and I don't even bring it up because I don't give a fuck.
Don't they actually kiss later too?
They
And then
do.
Yeah.
that I do mention.
At the Olympic final, and they mentioned earlier in the movie that it's going to get him fired.
Yeah.
And then no resolution on that one. And just as far as like, professional physiotherapist on an Olympic team with young women, who's like really touchy with not one but two of them.
Yes.
Well,
It just wasn't like a fun vibe for a romantic interest in the movie.
Nope.
They're all like, he's so hot. We're fighting over him. Ugly.
His hair don't look right.
Reminds me of Bend It Like
He
Beckham.
looked better as King Arthur.
Yeah, it looks like
Merlin.
he's in between shooting two other things that his look isn't 100% on, and they just kind of threw him into quick shoot this movie.
Yeah,
Sure.
It does feel like that. So the night before this like big exhibition race that they're doing, the team attends a fundraiser because they need like sponsors and stuff. And Shania gets really drunk and she leaves after fighting with Lisa, like very publicly at the party. And she ends up at a party with like her home friends, and she shows up late and pretty hungover for the race the next day. And they don't do well. Though the coach does say, he's like, 4th place at that time while you're hungover is actually kind of impressive.
Yeah.
But like the relay goes terribly. So Shania quits the relay team after the exhibition, choosing to just run solo. I believe it's the 200 meter. And the girls go out to a club one night to like, try to make up, become a team or something. And Lisa gets harassed by a group of men at this club, and they end up chasing the whole group of the girls out of the bar, which the first part of the scene felt very alarming and very scary, but you can't forget they are girls that are fast.
Yeah.
So it ends up being like kind of fun for them.
Yeah, they're like, that was so great after using their powers of speed to run away from a group of violent men.
Well,
they're like, how fun and how silly for us. And
they were like, let's go to the next.
It's like, thank God you're sprinters.
yeah. No, I mean,
Yeah.
because like, I've been harassed in bars. I've never been followed out of one. And if I had, I would be, by a group of men, I would be absolutely terrified.
Yeah.
Go get the bouncer,
Right.
No.
Get a
Exactly.
gun. Like, Jesus Christ. This is a bad situation.
Yeah, it was like really scary, and just like the way it felt like a weird vibe
Yeah.
from the movie.
You're like, God, we didn't. And they're like, damn, we didn't get to kill those women.
Yeah, they're oh shucks. They just stand there in the tunnel. They're like, why
next time.
Yeah, weird. So anyway, Shania has to rejoin the relay team when Trix gets injured during her, I believe, 500 meter run. Like her leg just like totally gives out.
It's the big 100-meter final.
100 meter.
The
Her
biggest athletic
last
event.
Chance at a gold medal.
She was the
ever.
favorite.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
She was a favorite. Yeah, it was very sad. And then, so yeah, Shania rejoins the relay team. And at the semifinal run, they come in 5th, and Lisa and Shania have like a physical altercation on the track after it ends, before learning that France has actually been disqualified. So they still do qualify. They now qualify for the final.
And they got France getting disqualified for a lane violation, whereas they had a full fight, physical, on the field.
It was over. Race was over.
Race was over.
They're on the same team. It's the Fauxlymics,
Yeah, it's the Fauxlymics.
The Whack Olympics.
It's the whack, okay? This is the whack.
But they're international news, and it's like a bad look for Britain.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Because it's the Fauxlymics.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Shania's kicked off the team kind of at the, forcing of Lisa's dad. for the fight, and she's also kicked out of her aunt's house because her friends robbed her aunt.
I think that's her sister.
That's her sister.
So her sister was staying with her aunt and was like, I'm gonna have a party, and then the party got out of hand and things got taken.
I see. It's all connecting. Things were like broken and stuff, so she gets kicked out, and then she goes to her friends or her sister, can't stay there, and she ends up sleeping at like the abandoned track. But her coach lets her stay at his place. Does she have housing at the end of the movie? No,
not a plot point that was resolved.
But she does have a gold medal.
And also on the Fauxlymics point, right? Like WAC is where she has housing and there's no news around it, that's one thing. But like if there is an Olympic runner from Great Britain who is actively their only housing is the Olympic Village in London, that would be front page news. That would be like the most famous athlete in the world.
Right? Like I was like, guys, she's homeless. Are we gonna wrap this up?
But she's like, oh no, good. The Olympic Village is someplace where I can live. What the fuck? You live in London?
I know it's sad.
It's so interesting and compelling in the movie. It's just like, yep, another plot point. She's poor, Lily James rich.
Yep.
Yeah. So yes, she's kicked out of her house. Shania and Lisa end up making up. And they mostly because Shania like shit talks her dad to her face, and Lisa's like, no one ever talks about my dad like that. Thank you. She's like, that was pretty cool, actually.
Badass,
yeah. And Lisa convinces her dad to let Shania back on the team after they like spend all night practicing in a parking garage together. Now Lisa is usually the anchor, and the anchor's the last person to run in the relay. But Lisa tells Shania that she should be the anchor because she's actually the fastest. And they end up winning the race, even though Lisa has only ever run anchor. She was like nervous about the handoff, but she like did it the American way or something.
Yeah,
like
overhand handoff.
Overhand handoff, which is only briefly mentioned earlier in the film, and she was not there when it was mentioned.
Can I go on my rant about this particular plot point? Are you almost done?
Yeah.
I'm almost done. I got like 2 more sentences.
Yeah.
So they end up winning the race. Shania kisses their physical therapist, which is not allowed. And then they all run around with the British flag. And that's the end of the movie.
She's still homeless. She's
still
now
homeless.
ruined the career of this physiotherapist, but also he should go to jail.
And it seems like the coach is going to get fired.
Yeah, the coach is absolutely hapless. He's not involved with any of the decisions towards the end of the film on how they run the relay.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
She literally like is like practicing her speech, like, please let me run the Olympic 400 meter 4x100 relay. Please let me run that. Please let me run that. And he is like on emailing. He's on his computer doing what? Looking for another runner? The Olympics are happening. And he's just like, yeah, you're good. I'm like, what is he doing? Payroll?
Yeah.
What's he on his computer doing?
Bro, they're whacking outside right now.
He's the athletics coach. We are in the middle of the Olympics. There's no other system for this.
And this is why, like
he's busy.
We're here to give chick flicks the respect they deserve. But sometimes we watch a movie and we're just like, what?
Maybe the British just don't understand sports like we do.
And that's what
as Americans.
That was it for me. That was my problem with this movie was I just kept being like, wait, what? You know,
literally.
How does that work? How come they can make that decision? You know, and that in that way, it felt like kind of more like a high school track team.
Literally, it felt like it was written as an American high school sports movie because they were like, we need to do an American sports movie, but they're like, okay, what's that? We obviously don't understand any sports. Whatever British TV team is writing this, so they're like, we need to pick one with the least amount of stuff for us to learn, like running.
I think they chose running because I feel like it's got to be easy to shoot, right? Like none of them,
because they don't look like Olympic runners at any point.
Well, because the whole thing's in slow motion.
Well, sure.
They're running in slow motion the whole time.
Lily James is ripped.
That's true. They're all
ripped. They're all in great shape. They do not run with like any sort of organized form or anything.
I liked the Swedish team that was all really tall and blonde.
Yeah,
that was funny to me.
That was funny. So my rant is they picked the simplest action ever, the baton
passing off,
which is like the most important and only thing you have to learn about relay racing.
Yeah.
And it's the thing you practice constantly.
Yeah.
And
They don't practice it very
she
much.
doesn't know how to do it at the beginning. They don't tell her how to. They're just like, oh, yeah, you grab the baton. And then he tells her that we don't do it the right way. And it's like, well, what if you practiced once? Huh?
Yeah.
What if you got together and practiced doing the baton handoff?
They can't. What are they doing at the training center?
First of all, I had something about how women have to like learn these sports like kind of last minute. Like Alona Mar got into rugby pretty late in her life and now is an Olympic rugby player, you know?
Really?
Yeah. So like, I don't know. I think it's realistic. I think they chose relay because I think the theme of this is about going from a solo to a team.
Yeah, teamwork.
And I can't think of another sport where you're solo and then you become a team.
Tennis.
That's a 2-person team.
I mean, I think of like performance-based sports.
Sure.
Kind of has that, but it's not the same, you know.
Yeah.
Gymnastics.
Gymnastics is
But
like,
you don't have the
You're not doing
baton
stuff like
handoff.
together.
yeah, you're like, it would be a lot more bullying of like, you're really bad at the non-parallel bars.
It's like sledding you can do that with. Bobsled too.
Bobsledding. Well, if only there were a movie that we could do on this podcast.
The one the Olympics actually signed off on. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, look at that.
Why is Cool Runnings a chick flick?
It's not, which is why we're not doing it, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's gonna be our _1 man movie on the Patreon. First man movie is Cool Runnings. Every man loves
movies,
Cool Runnings.
Mask movies pod.
But yeah, I think it's totally realistic that a woman, you know, who is like kind of new to the Olympic team would suddenly be like, you have to learn a new sport, which is the
And
relay.
I do think that is kind of how track works. Like if she's on the track team, she has to do more than one event. Like that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of sports in the Olympics where it's like, you practice this for like 5 years, you'll be one of the best, you know?
Yeah, sure.
And
I did synchronized swimming, which is like an obscure, weird sport. And I've met like a bunch of Olympians because like what else do they do in their off time besides teach clinics to synchro teams around the country?
Yeah.
which is why I thought the lack of teaching in any way, shape, or form about the baton handoff was bizarre, and then they make it seem like almost a personal failing throughout the movie. It feels like the metaphor works better in other sports movies that they're clearly trying to crimp this from.
I think you were getting into a nitty gritty where like they don't really actually necessarily get into it that much in other sports movies. You know,
it's more implied, and that's why I was kind of like, is it just because they're British that it's not clicking for me? Like, is there some kind of like British institutional knowledge that I don't have that I'm like, what? But it's really, I just pulled up the Wikipedia page halfway through the movie, and right at the top it said like it was originally intended to be based around the 2012 Olympics, and I was like, oh. Yeah. They just can't use the word Olympics.
It makes the whole thing feel off. It reduces a lot of the pressure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just doesn't, I don't know, like as somebody who's just done sports, it does not feel like sports when they cover the baton handoff stuff in this movie. It just feels like it's so much in service to the metaphor. It feels like it's not written by people that are even basically familiar with learning any sport.
Yeah, I think that's probably
like there's a lot of other details that could make that feel earnest and lived.
Yeah,
that they just, and it makes it feel like they are 13 teaching themselves the sport as opposed to Olympic athletes with like actual earnest coaching available to them.
Yeah.
And we were joking about like when they get to the training center, we're like, oh my God, the British are obsessed with boarding school.
They are.
It's like, oh my God, now she's going to the magical running school.
National Magical Running School.
She's gonna learn.
Yes.
But then she's like actually not there very much. So.
Yeah, she's not. And she's like, there's a cafeteria here? And I'm like, there's a cafeteria there? I guess there is.
Sure.
But it is kind of like boarding
That's
school.
where all the money went, not to training. You got to bring your own coach.
I know, right?
Yeah, what is
with that? I thought they wanted her to win.
Yeah, but they don't get the money for a coach. We only have the money for Mickey. He's just kind of hanging around.
Yeah.
Anyway, the theme of this, well, I think this has to do a lot with like the politics of sport. You know,
yeah.
I think, they're having a lower income athlete strive to get out of her life through sports, which is a good thing to do. They start the movie, her coach tells her, you have as much right to be here as they do. She's telling her sister loads of black athletes get funded, and her sister says, yeah, but they don't look like you.
Which is a really odd line to deliver to a light-skinned actor.
With straight hair.
Straight hair.
Yeah, that's true.
It feels like they're just simply using a script that was meant to look and feel very different.
Yeah. Yes. I thought that was
also there's only one white girl on the whole running team.
Yeah.
Too. Like,
she's
they're all
the
black.
second lightest skinned runner on the entire team.
Yeah. I get what her sister was coming at, maybe more about like attire kind of thing, which is not
your attitude,
sure,
which the
she
British
wears a
are always
beanie when
about.
she runs.
Yeah.
The other girls don't.
Yeah. Well, and you know, she goes to this dinner, and she's pulling on her dress because she's like, don't feel like it's long enough for it to be here.
Yeah.
So I mean, I get it, but yes, it did come off kind of strange when you're like, well, that's, you know,
It feels like it's written about colorism and cast it not about colorism.
yeah, that could be.
Yeah, that's yeah. I think you're onto something with that. Cause yeah, just so much of the movie, and also just the way that Shania is portrayed. Like, she is from the get, like making mistakes, having a a bad attitude or whatever, and they don't give us a chance to like connect with her before she starts like being self-destructive.
Yeah,
you know.
And
it's like, I am rooting for her. Of course I'm rooting for her. But it's like, I don't know, can she do this? Like,
no.
It also spends very limited time with her family and background.
And that feels like so important to her character. Yeah.
Okay, so Lisa says to her, we've all worked our entire lives to get here. I'm not going to let you ruin that. So I think we're kind of getting at this. Yeah, I mean, it's probably a lot of we're being told, not shown.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
that's exactly what I would say.
Yeah, that's not super fun, but it's like, I think Lisa's a pretty good foil to her, where it's just like, Lisa, like, I know, I understand why Lisa wants to win to make her dad proud, but it's like, this is to act like for some reason you are more important than this woman who is, you know, living in the Olympic Village.
Yeah.
Like, calm down.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for this I have the theme, there's no avoiding collaboration in life.
That's a good theme.
Thank you.
That's a good theme.
Because even though it's a solo sport, you know, she has to train with these girls. She has to be around
coexist.
them. Yeah. You have to share the same creepy
physical trainer.
Yeah, physical trainer. Thanks.
Jesus Christ. It's so weird.
But her coach tells her we don't refuse help when it's there, which is like, yeah. You know, if this is a story about getting, you know, ahead or like getting out of the situation that she's in, it's like, yeah, to just not collaborate is just insane. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I think you know, it is established at the beginning she doesn't want to be on a team. She says, I'm not good with teams. And then Lisa says to her, I didn't come here to make friends. So they're, you know, kind of similar vibes, but like the thing is that Lisa can afford to be rude, whereas Shania can't.
Yeah.
You know?
And sometimes you don't like the people that you are most like.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And especially if they were just a little bit better than you at your sport.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I think this movie really got into like, what or who are you competing for? You know, there's a lot of talk about gold medals and that kind of thing. And like Lisa wants to make her dad proud when, you know, when they're talking about running with trying to get Shania back on the team. Her dad says, this is our last chance at a medal, and Lisa says, my last chance. And it's like, oh yeah, like
it's your dream, Dad, not mine.
Yes.
It's like,
but it is her dream.
But it is also her dream.
Yeah.
So it's like, whatever.
Yeah. Which is why I like that, Trix, when she goes through that injury, obviously wanted to win gold.
It was so sad.
Having like a family to like fall back on, it's like, yeah, if you can't be so focused on the gold because that's just gonna destroy you.
Yeah, she is married and has a child.
Yeah. But she says to Shania, just promise me you'll go out there and run that relay for me. So again, it's like, let's focus on being good athletes.
Yeah, I loved her. She was like, I am guilt tripping you right now.
Yeah.
You have to do this. I thought that was like fun.
Yeah. But I think Shania kind of had this struggle throughout the film of like what she was competing for, because she was kind of just competing just to like get out of the life that she was in.
Yeah.
So the drinking before the exhibition to me is like shows that because this was like just an exhibition, it didn't really matter. She can kind of like forget about it. But like it is important for her to do the work of like, why am I competing? What about this sport is important to me?
Like, even though she she did run the relay in that one when she was hungover.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, it shows her disregard for being on a team. Like, it's just disrespectful to the other people. Not even like, even if she was just running the solo race there, it's disrespectful to the Great Britain team. Like, they're all trying to win, you know?
Exactly.
So I was like, girl, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I saw it as a relatably self-destructive act.
Yes.
As somebody who has participated in such acts, specifically with drinking in the past.
Mm-hmm.
It do be like that.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. What I want to know is why they decided to have a gala the night before an exhibition.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey, because kind of seems like it's the Great Britain Running Association's problem.
That's true.
You know?
That's true.
Those athletes got to rest up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's everything I have on themes.
All right.
What this movie meant to me. I love women's sports. I really appreciated the montage of the runners at the beginning of this film. I thought that was fun. I got confused at the end because I forgot I wasn't supposed to cheer for USA. So they were like doing from the bottom and they were like third, whatever, second USA, and I was like, oh no, they didn't do it. And I was like, oh wait, no, we're
right,
we're Great
British.
Britain.
right.
Yeah, so that was fun. But boy, oh boy, do I love the Olympics.
Yeah.
The Winter Olympics are coming up. I'm excited to watch them. I remember when I first moved here and we would watch the Olympics together. That was very fun. I remember in college.
That was the COVID Olympics, right?
No, the Winter Olympics before the COVID Olympics.
Oh, right. I forget the order.
But no, I'm telling on myself that I'm misremembering.
Nah, bro, I wasn't living here in 2018.
I know you
Pyongyang.
We were in college. Yes. Yeah. And we had, when we would make films in college, we'd have our, clapboard? Is that the term?
Yep.
I remember it was like take G or something like that. And you're like, well, must have been take B, and it was like, boy, oh boy, do I love the Winter Olympics. We'd always do silly stuff like that.
Yep.
So yeah. Love the Olympics. I'm excited to watch them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I got.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
You want to go?
Yes, I love the Olympics as an activity, not as an organization.
Yeah.
Just got to reestablish that in case they killed any slaves lately. They're been up to some suspect shit.
Yeah.
Not important though. I love athletics.
Not important. Not important to what we're currently discussing.
Not germane to the active conversation, but important enough for you to mention it, even when we were just discussing the Fauxlymics.
Mm-hmm.
The faux,
which have
the whack.
The whack has never killed anybody.
It's the whack,
and they certainly didn't cover anything up either.
Nope. The
whack is perfect.
Is pure.
The The WAC, they're a little scrappy, you know? You see that stadium?
Yeah, well, that's the thing is, I think the movie's fine on its Olympic level. Being like, okay, Great Britain's got no money for its running. Sure, fine, whatever. Who cares? They're a tiny island. They don't even have enough money for housing for the people who live in government housing. And so I can live with that. And then when they get to the Olympics and they're like, they got cameras. They got the first 2 rows of a stadium filled up. And you're like, what? This looks cheap, bro. This looks like regional. This is like a college baseball game in America. You know, this is not happening.
Yeah.
I get how at that point the Olympics were like, yeah, you don't gotta. We don't. This doesn't make us look cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I pay a lot of close attention to the Olympics, especially around this time. So it did kind of ring false at a couple of points. But also, you know, it is what I most bothered by in this movie was that it is actually quite a good concept for a narrative and a common narrative for these unpaid athletes that are the best at what they do, trying to make ends meet. I mean, this is something that really happens all the time with Olympic athletes. Internationally standard.
It's like, but that's not what the movie was
But like
about.
then the movie is like not about that. Like the ending is they won gold.
I'm like,
the
what
ending
is
not,
the movie about?
The ending is not she got her life on track. It feels like it wants its cake and eats it too.
Yeah. They kind of dance around the whole thing.
Yes, in a way that is bizarre because that's the whole point of the movie.
They're the ones that wrote it.
Yeah, like why are you so worried about talking about poverty when the movie's about poverty?
Yeah, and like what's gonna happen? The Olympics are gonna be mad. They're already mad. They don't want this movie.
Nobody sponsored this.
Yeah.
You think it makes Britain look bad when you got poor people? Then why make the movie about the poor British people?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's also trying to be a teen movie that fits within our purview. And that is why the romantic subplot is so awkwardly shoved in there.
And it did feel weirdly high school at times.
Which is why the physio relationship seems so creepy.
And and then that when Trix is like, oh yeah, I have a husband and child. I'm like, oh, they're all like adults? Well, because also when we first are introduced to Lily James, we like see her in her bedroom, cross something off on her whiteboard, and then she gets into the back of the car with her like dad and stepmother ?
Yeah,
I don't know.
something like that.
I think it's her mom.
No.
Oh, right, her dad. They're separated.
Yeah. And it just felt like very childlike. Well, and I get that she's younger. Like she may have just graduated. I don't know. But like I was like just confused about so many of these tiny little details.
Yeah.
And because of the tonal commitments of the movie being all over the place, and it feels like maybe it was written as an earnest, gritty, realistic, inspiring sports drama, and then they try to turn it into a teen girl movie. It has almost that. Like you can imagine them running away from the guys at the bar being 100% earnest.
Yeah.
And serious and like, damn, that's them bonding over like, you know, we are just still like women out here in the world.
Yeah.
Even though we're the best, like we have to work together. But instead, it feels like this mishmash of tones.
We're having so much fun.
We're just girlies out on the town getting chased by men.
Yeah.
Which is almost a kind of, you know, 90s vibe about it. But is odd and unusual for girls that are, I mean, the actresses are young. Like it's not odd for us to like, you don't blink twice when they both live at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's just like what this movie meant to me was that it is a good idea and like a classic idea and one that works and is like true to life for so many athletes, but it rings so false at so many different points throughout the movie, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
But, you know, I like British independent film. I like all these actors getting work. You know, it's a very different vibe from other movies just because it is so not tied down to like a studio or Hollywood or these really traditional ideas. It means that they're like saying like fucking shit in this like teen movie. You know, it gives it a very unique vibe. I think it's interesting to watch for that reason.
Yeah.
You know, of it's just like Britishness, and it's clear
it's so British
that there is not a ton of infrastructure for athletics as a way there is in our beautiful, perfect America.
Yeah.
So maybe that's just why it rings so false, and it's actually just like what athletics is like in every other country on Earth besides us and China.
Maybe. Yeah, maybe I feel just too American for this.
Yeah.
In a weird way. Yeah.
But just because it's about our topic, sports,
Yeah.
So I don't know. But it rings false on the poverty stuff as well, in a way that is unfortunate, especially for this black-lit film with a lot of black actors.
Yeah.
Like, you want it to feel like it's actually about racism in Britain, and of course, as with every British movie that's about racism, it's actually about class.
Yeah.
Unless they're like actually made by black people.
Yeah.
Which this movie was at least written by.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe it was, but I don't know.
To me,
it still rings false.
Yeah, there was at least like a little bit of language about like her talking about how like there are black athletes who get sponsored and stuff like that. We're at least we're like talking about it. We're not totally dancing around
right.
it.
And when it like opened with her running on the abandoned track and like showing where she lived, I was like, oh, this movie's gonna be about that.
Yeah.
It's really unfortunate that this movie lands on being about Lily James and her dad, and like that is the conclusion of it.
Yeah,
I just there's feels like there's stuff cut from it.
It does, and a lot of the like when I looked this up, like the synopsis was like 2 girls going head to head, and I was like, what? I guess kind of like.
And it plays some of that back and forth throughout a lot of the movie, but it just simply ends Lily James's plot and not Shania's.
Yeah, straight up.
It's true. You're right. Yeah.
Is that all you have?
Yeah, that's what I got. Odd tonally, but I like the actors. I'm a sucker for a sports movie. I watched it happily, but it rings odd in too many places for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I kind of felt the same way. I was truly just confused. Like, we got through the first 30 minutes of the movie and I said to Windsor, why don't I like this? Like, I was like, what about this is not clicking for me? Like, I don't know. I should like it. I like a lot of the actors in it. I recognize so many of them. So I don't know, but I think it's a lot of what we've talked about. I just was like, the tone, the fact that Shania is our main character and that her plot doesn't get wrapped up at the end. I was like, what? And they couldn't say the Olympics. It was all about the WAC. And I thought the WAC was like the qualifiers for the Olympics, and it's not. It was so weird. But I really liked when they were doing some running montage and they played Good Feeling by Flo Rida. Like, it came on and I immediately started singing. I was like, oh, I like this song. So I like that part. Lashana Lynch just dropped dead gorgeous in this movie. I was blushing. I was like, oh my God. That's really all I got. I feel like I've said quite a bit.
Yeah. Well, let's hear what the critics thought. We have The Guardian. Peter Bradshaw says
PD.
PB?
PD.
Here's a likable and fun British film. This sucker loves British film.
I'm annoyed with him from Sex and the City right now. So
we filmed that earlier today. Standing up, saluting.
Yeah.
And he's like, but this is
save
like
the queen.
Whatever, Peter.
He says there is a witty scene where the quartet insults some horrible blokes in a club and then outrun them on the street.
Witty?
That's what he said.
Peter harasses women in bars every weekend. That's just what Britain's like. That's how they pick up girls. They get a group of guys.
Hey,
and
they're pretty
surround her.
litigious over there. You be careful about what you say.
That's
about
true. Peter Bradshaw is an earnest journalist who I respect greatly, and what I said earlier was a joke.
There you go.
There you go.
But I'm good to call him.
But
gay.
you are pissing us off, buddy.
I'm good to call him gay in the Sex and the City episode, right?
We called him metrosexual, which he called himself.
I called him closeted on 10, 12 occasions.
Well, what do you think metrosexual means?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Anyway, there are nice supporting performances from Lorraine Burroughs and Phil Davis.
Yeah.
The script, co-written by Clark, is well constructed.
I disagree.
I think it has a beginning and a middle.
It's definitely constructed. As opposed to, again, Sex and the City.
I didn't know Mickey was a writer like that, you know?
I mean, hey, it feels like...
It's not much to do trapped on the other side of that wall with Rose.
Yeah, right. That joke's also for two people.
Yeah, you two. I didn't laugh.
Hoosiers and like cool runnings.
Would say women's movie. We're on chick flicks.
Well, it seems like they're like, yeah, we'll do that for
Women. Yeah.
And it's like just very standard arc of it.
Yeah.
Even like The Blind Side.
Yeah.
Very like, it's just like feels like they're like, oh, that type of movie.
Yeah.
And then they do it. And so yeah, it's structured, but like a B movie is structured like other movies that are like it.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Well, I only found that review, so let's move on to the.
That's it.
That's it.
And Peter said, "God save the Queen" at the end.
He did. He said, "Oh no, okay, we're doing something else now."
Okay.
Impact on the genre. Do we consider it a chick flick?
I mean, like, I guess.
Yeah, there's women as the leads. I think you're correct in saying that they were like, let's try to do Hoosiers, but for women.
Mm-hmm.
There's an unnecessary romance plot. I think that really
it's like
made it
literally
for women.
not even a subplot. It's like a thing that happens twice.
It's like they decided 2 weeks before production that what we're really trying to hit is teen girls. And
they're like, just throw something in there.
Okay.
And when we watched this, only available on the Roku channel, by the way. Same with the Sex and the City movie. Only available on the Roku channel right now. So weird.
Roku. It's on Howdy. It's on Bidu.
It's literally on Howdy, bro.
Seasons 2 through 6
It's literally on
are on Doo-Doo.
Sorry, we're always quoting that post. But so we were watching it on the Roku channel, and when it finished, it like went back to the title screen or whatever. And the picture, like the screen grab they had from the movie, like advertising it, was Shania standing there, and the physical therapist leaned over at a 90-degree angle staring at her ass.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? I stopped. I said, Windsor, do you see that?
Yeah.
Are you looking at that?
Yeah.
What is that?
Yeah. They're like, it's a sexy movie. What are you talking about? The TV.
Yeah, it's not sexy.
Besides Lashana Lynch.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
my
do you think it was
God.
because Noel Clark was like, I want to kiss that girl. Let's write a scene where I get to kiss her at the end.
No, that's a different guy.
Different guy. That's Mickey. You think
Oh, I got
Tommy.
confused.
So the coach was one of the writers. The physical therapist is King Arthur.
really hard to tell the British apart.
Well, then, so it was, okay, so it was just a bad choice.
We're also using like 3 different names for each of these characters.
That's true.
But their actor name, their character name, and then their character from the other thing we know them in. So we're like, oh yeah, Mickey did this.
Yeah, that
Mickey
is
and
like
Arthur,
confused.
you're getting them confused.
I only saw a little bit of Merlin.
Me too. I never watched all of
I was
Merlin.
a Merlin stan, folks. Let me tell you, I don't remember any of it.
Rewatched Doctor Who last summer.
Ooh. Boo.
Ben made me do it. Ben made me do it.
Oh boy. What this movie really reminded me of was Ice Princess.
Yes.
Where it is a similar rich girl, poor girl competing for the same thing. But Ice Princess was so much better.
So much better, and it had Kim Cattrall.
It was also vague about its sports stuff, but much, much better about it.
Yes.
They
They brought in the science. Yeah, they were like, sports is about
they
math.
had their own like bullshit sports thing, but it like had a whole arc, and it wasn't requiring you to believe that somehow they
and
never
it was
practiced
vague
their
enough
sport.
that you're just like, okay.
Yeah.
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 You know?
Yeah.
And it's a lot harder to shoot fake ice skating than it is fake running.
It's so
know.
true. Yeah. They should have sped up this.
Instead of slow it
how
down.
often they were running in slow motion. I was like, okay, we can, like, people can just run, Like,
I think they had to get to the 1 hour and 30 minute mark.
Yeah, they were stretching it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like, it was a fine movie.
Yeah, it was fine.
It's fine. It's funny. It does feel like a second screen movie in 2012.
Damn.
You know what I mean?
Jesus. My biggest issue, I would like it a lot more if it was either of the movies it was trying to be instead of both.
Yeah.
It would be a much better sleepover movie if it was just about the girls being gals.
Yeah.
And be a much better sports drama if it was just about poor girl makes it to the Olympics.
Yeah.
This would be a better movie if I played Stardew Valley through it and was only half paying attention.
Sure.
Then I'd be like, yeah, it was good.
I didn't say that, but I thought it.
I'm sorry. I wanted to like it, and I like giving chick flicks the respect they deserve, but sometimes they just don't hit for me.
I mean, this one wasn't bad as far as some of the bad ones we've done.
Oh, no,
but it just wasn't like.
And I like
that
the bad
great.
one.
Yeah.
What's frustrating is how it seems that there could have been a decision made to make this movie more coherent, and the pieces were there. It just all kind of shook out wrong.
It's it's missing something. Like some through line was not.
Like it's not like the Shauna Lynch should have any shame for being in this. She's like good in it. It presents her well.
Yeah.
and-
All the actors are pretty good in it.
Yeah. Lily James does well.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the story itself is like, wait.
It feels simple in the wrong places, and those are too often.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the last sports movie we're doing this season. But boy, wasn't it fun.
Yes. It's crazy. We watched Whip It
a year ago.
12,
true.
12 years ago. I mean,
Yep. And I had a
believe
year to pick
Bill
a better
Clinton
one.
was
Woo!
president.
Bill Clinton. I haven't been alive since he became president. Since he was
It's
president.
not true.
You were born when he was
I'm
president.
so much younger than you guys think I am.
Sully just turned 21.
It's true.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah, we've even like outside of this season, we've covered so many great women's sports movies. We did Love and Basketball, we did Ice Princess, we did Bring It On. But there has been a real lack of women's sports movies kind of since this movie came out.
I feel like now's the time for the comeback.
I think it's time for a comeback. We did have Battle of the Sexes. That is not a chick flick to me.
I mean, it's about women's sports,
Yeah.
but in like a critical historical stance kind of way.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know if I've seen that.
It's the Billie Jean King movie.
Yeah.
And then, well, we know.
But yeah, I mean, I talked about in our last episode how important I think these movies are for teaching kids about teamwork.
Yeah.
And I think this movie, even for all our issues, was a good example of why teamwork is important.
Yes.
But then they say fucking shit in it. And you're like, well, is this supposed to show kids teamwork's important? Or is this supposed to be a gritty drama about the adult world? Anyway, continue.
No, I mean, you're probably right. Yeah. But I don't care if my kids say fucking shit.
Well, me neither.
But some people
if you're
do.
a production company for movies,
yeah,
it seems
you
like
should,
you might change that up.
Yeah. Anyway, that's what I got.
Yeah. All right.
Excellent. Thank you everyone for watching and listening. Thank you to Atlas Renee for art, Shishkin Productions, Brianna Harley for music. Next week, we're going to be watching The Princess Diaries.
Let's go.
Follow us on social media.
For a treat.
We have TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, and Letterboxd at FemFeaturesPod.